Hi, it's Chris with Accurate LED. We're putting together some grow lights for a client. He's building an aquaponics system. Actually, it integrates a fish tank. The waste from the fish feeds the plants, and so basically you get a completely encapsulated ecosystem that produces food for you. You have the fish and the vegetables you can consume. So anyway, he approached us to build these LED grow lights, and these strips, these are aluminum LED strips, and they contain different frequencies of light. One of the frequencies is for the plant's growth period, the other frequency is for the plant's flowering period, and then I'm not sure if you can see it, but every so often here on the blue strips there's a white LED, and that's just a full spectrum white. That's just to round out any frequencies that might be needed by the plant that aren't there from the other two colors. We had these aluminum shrouds formed up according to our design, and it's still got the paper on it, the protective paper from the manufacturing process. The strips are attached inside here, and basically it's like a shop light, but it's only the frequencies that a plant needs to grow. So we have 30 of these things we made, and we're just finishing up the wiring now. All the real manufacturing's been done at this point, but we're putting these things together. We're testing them. This is a 24-volt power supply. The really cool thing is the system that our client is building runs off of 24-volt solar panels. So there's no 120 volt. It's direct from the solar panels to the battery system to the lights, and this provides enough light for the plants to grow. I'm not sure how many of these units he's building, but it's a pretty big project he's undertaking with 30 of these light fixtures. Anyway, this is just an example of our manufacturing, what we're capable of making and doing. And this is our design, our proprietary design. So contact us if you have a project similar to this or something custom that you need made. We'll be happy to take a look at it and work with you. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, Paul. Tell us what you want to do with these lights.
Well, this is for an aquaponics facility that we're building in a 20-foot container. It's solar powered, and it's a system where we're going to try to maximize healthy food output from a limited space. And we've been in contact with a group that's very interested in a 45-footer, and we are building this 25-footer for display at a One Spark event in Jacksonville coming up next week. So we're gonna do everything we can to maximize production using just the frequency of light that plants want to use. We're going to flash the lights at a high rate of speed to where they're on and off for the same amount of time. On a 50% duty cycle, they're actually only going to be on for 8 hours in a 16-hour event. And then we're using solar power with a battery system so we can maximize our battery life and generally do everything we can to increase plant life with the minimum amount of energy required.
Cool.
So that's the game plan. That's why we came here, and that's why we're using LEDs, and that's why we're using solar power.
Right.
That's why we're using DC everything instead of AC conversion, and save that power loss.
Right, and as like you were saying in the background, we're into food production. We're into sustainable living and producing clean food.
Yep.
Non-GMO preferably, and so on. So this all works together for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Seaside Endeavors, my company, is a sustainable living advocate. I know, and most of the people that I talk to realize that we can't keep doing things the same way we've been doing them. Even though I drove 400 miles round trip to pick up some lights, as we move into the future, we're going to have limited opportunities to just do whatever we want to do when it comes to consuming energy, and if it's fossil fuel based.
Right.
So this is an opportunity for us to show people that they can grow an awful lot of healthy food in a small area with a minimum carbon footprint.
Cool.
And that's the name game.
That's awesome. I'm glad we can be a part of it. That's really great.
You guys are too. Thank you very much.
All right, Paul. Thank you.
Sure.